I also have a very strong feeling about Louisiana in general. I really feel very much home. It's like a very African vibe for some reason, which is a great sign because it means that, you know, the culture is vibrant, the people's spirit is vibrant. So this is really what I'm sensing as far as, you know, the first encounters that I have had with any of the people so far here. So I'm expecting a lot, and I'm sure that I will not be disappointed.
Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. It is absolutely an honor and a privilege to be here tonight and to see so many of you here. We appreciate you and we thank you for coming out, especially tonight when it's kind of chilly and raining, my favorite, but we're really happy to have you here. It is also a privilege and an honor to have Her Highness here in our presence. We appreciate you being here to share what you have to share for us. Now it's an honor for me to introduce a man who is the mayor of Baker, Mr. Darnell Waits. He is a veteran of the United States Army of 27 years. He retired, he has a wife and family. He is also a key for the city of Baker in the economic development for that city. He's very active in his community and he's an upstanding man. And we appreciate him being here with us. We also had the privilege of having him come to one of our first events for the Chamber, the Business Expo that we hosted back in June. So it was completely an honor to have you there. So now, without further delay, I'd like to present to you and to introduce the others, Mayor Waits.
Good evening, how's everybody doing? For a minute I was wondering who she was introducing. It is definitely a pleasure to be here this evening and to do what I'm about to do here. And I am so honored that you are here with us. And so what I want to do, I want to take this limelight off of me and I want to put it on you. And I want to welcome you to the city of Baton Rouge on behalf of Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome. They're out of town. And we want to bring you greetings from the city of Baton Rouge, Office of the Mayor President, City of Baton Rouge, Parish, East Baton Rouge. In the name and by the authority vested in me, you know that I have nominated, constituted, and appointed, and by these presents do nominate, constitute, and appoint Queen Diaby, and how do I pronounce that? Kabaka, Honorary Mayor President of the City of Baker, East Baton Rouge Parish, 10th of November, in the year of our Lord 2018. And you are appointed. And so we also have, and I just started doing this, no other mayor has ever given this medallion before. This is Darnell Waits, all the way. And you don't give these to everybody, but we're going to give this to you tonight to wear it. And let everybody know that you are a citizen of Baker, and I'm so happy for you to be here, and I'm so proud of you. Louisiana, certificate of condemnation is presented to Dr. Cordell Parrish, cardiologist, for your exceptional service and care for your patients in the Baton Rouge community, and given this day, November 9th, with sincere gratitude. And it's for the president.
the plight of the horrible news out of the Congo of the Ebola breakout.
Yes.
If you would like to, and the plight of hopefully our country and many other countries can come to the aid.
Yeah.
To help. Z1059, Z1059.com. 11 minutes to that 9 o'clock hour. I'm closing out my show with the Queen of the Congo, Queen Diambi herself. Your Highness, welcome to the Joe Dupree Morning Show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here with you and with my family here in Louisiana.
Amen. Amen. We're just so blessed to have you here, Your Highness. I know that you're here to talk about the great things that are happening in the Congo. So just tell people about this wonderful place that is the heart of Africa.
Absolutely. I'm here really to do two things. One is actually to reunite with my family because Congo, many people were deported from Congo.
Correct.
And a couple of million people were deported from Congo, and are now, has been a base of, the African people here in America and in this region. So we are a family.
Yes.
And that, as a queen and as a monarch, I'm actually a female king.
Okay.
Mukalenga Mukaji, my title is female king Diambi. So it's our job to come and reunite our families. And we have been apart for too long, and even if we have had encounters before, but now it's really to the level of our tradition, where the monarchs of Africa have to reach out and really tell our children the real story.
Wow!
To us, why is it that we have been separated, and what happened when you were deported, and we missed you for all the hundreds of years.
Wow.
And we have suffered from the fact that we were broken. It was a broken family, and this is the right time to do it. We have a lot of media now, mediums to do connection.
Correct.
We can travel, we can meet each other, we can have this conversation. We have to reconcile our history, because you are holding a part of my history.
Ooh.
And I'm holding a part of your history. Ooh. So it's time that we reconcile our history, and we start this very important conversation to really know that we are the two faces of the same coin. And then we need to complete each other again, so we can now move forward. And because you have things that we don't, and we have things that you don't. So we are basically missing it. We have missed each other, and we need now to reconcile. So
it's time for a family reunion.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm here home. I'm here to be with my children, and I can say children in a very loving, motherly way, because I'm a woman. So I know I can only imagine what it is for Mother Africa when she saw herself being bled out from her children, and how she felt. And now that it's time that we stand together to restore her, to restore the joy of a mother that has rekindled her relationship with her children.
You are my sister.
I'm hanging out today with the Queen of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Queen Diambi. And we want to welcome her to Louisiana.
Thank you.
So I've heard a lot about the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and I'm just going to say DRC, so I ain't got to keep saying that long thing over and over and over, Now, here in Louisiana, we adopt pretty women, so you better watch it, We're so blessed to have you, Your Highness. I like food. And everybody in Louisiana loves food. You can't take food away from us. We like seafood, we like crawfish, we like gumbo, and the next time you come, I'll have my wife to kind of show you how to make a beignet,
Okay.
But I want to learn how to eat mwamba.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes, you said it right.
That's like a big dish.
A big dish
in the DRC. So what is that? What is that?
Well, before I start, I want to introduce myself properly.
Amen.
So I'm Diambi, Mukalenga Mukaji Wankashama, Wabakwa Hindu, Wabakwa Nanchiamba, Wabakwa Mpungu, Wabakwa Nuntu, Wabana Luba, Wakasai, Wa DRC. So this is my title and name. And it's Mukalenga Mukaji means female king. Diambi means the bearer of good news of the Bena Chiamba and Bakwa Hindu. So that's my royal home. So this is where my royal home is. And then the Bakwa Luntu people is the tribe, the big tribe that I belong to. But we all belong to what was previously known as the Luba Empire. So it was several, almost like a federation of different kingdoms that belonged to the Luba Empire. And we didn't have an emperor, that's not an African thing, but it was just several kingdoms working together. And we are the Luba people because we were from the same ethnic group. So that's the first thing. And
well, I can tell you two things about what you just said. First of all the women I know are gonna love to hear you can be a female queen, female king, so they like, oh, she a female king. They like, oh, girl, I'm listening to her,
Have you been to Gorée already, Senegal?
Not yet.
This is the first museum of slavery in the world. In Senegal, they call it La Maison des Esclaves, the house of slaves, and they have a very strong symbolism, now used all over West Africa. Everywhere you have a door of no return. That's where really people cry, especially African Americans. When you go to Gorée, the two ends through the door of no return, and they tell you, from here is bye-bye Africa, never to be seen again. So we're going to pass through this door. It's just a symbolism. It takes us into Louisiana. Come on, please. So, the people who were enslaved here in Louisiana came from what we call Senegambia. That's my country. The Bight of Benin, the Bight of Biafra. Many of them were Nago, which is Yoruba, Igbo also. And Igbo has remained here in Louisiana as family name, E-B-O-W. They spell E-B-O-W. Like Senegal. The Wolof people were called Senegal here in Louisiana. Nègre de Nation Senegal. We had also many people who were Fulbe. Fulbe, Fulani. Now these are the cattle raisers. From Senegal to Nigeria, Cameroon, Central Africa. When you say cattle raisers, those are the Fulbe. They were called here Nègre de Nation Pulaar. Negroes, excuse me for the N-word, of the Pulaar nation. And Pulaar also has remained in Louisiana as family name. Okay? And of course, there is a vast majority of people who were deported from Central Africa, and they were all called Nègres de Nation Congo. When you speak Africans of the Congo nation, that means people from Central Africa. And I will show you many people who came from that area. Okay, so slavery was business. Congo, Vieux Gabriel spent more than 50 years of his life here. He was from Africa, from Central Africa. C'est dommage. Voyez, Valère. Là, on a aussi des noms de Sénégambiens, comme Samba, Pulaar Nation. That's my nation here. My mother is Fulani, so they were called Pulaar here. Pulaar is the language they speak, or Fulfulde. Okay? Samba is the second boy in the family. That's my name here. If I were number 4 in my family, my name would be Yero. So these are my ancestors right here. And we have also people from the Bight of Benin, like Kwaku, and from the Gold Coast, the Mina people of the Bight of Benin. And the Akan people share the same naming practices. Naming depends on the day you were born and your gender. Kwaku, that's a boy born on Wednesday. We have many people like Kofi. Kofi is on the other side. And we have also people who are Muslims like Musa of the Mandingo nation. In fact, the most famous emperor of Mali, right? Massa Musa. Voilà son nom. And others. Come on inside, please. Attention à la tête. Tu sais Dongo Dongo? Dongo. In West Africa, in Senegal, Mali, we call it Kanja. Kanja means is okra. Okra is along the Gulf of Guinea. How do you call it? Ila.
Oh,
in Benin, the Fon call it Fevi. And here in Louisiana, in the older when they say Gombo Fevi, that's Gombo. You know, sauce Gombo. Warmer. Yeah, I will show you. Do you have another one over there? That's the pot chamber pot. Right. And you see, we did not do much here to give to the house all the luxury. of those years because the focus is not this big house. It was possible for us to put all the fancy furniture and
No. I think it's
that.
the more like you said, it's not the focus.
We have that African banjo here just to let people know that it was also they do this to entertain the masters. Dancing, singing, Christmas, New Year's. And Louisiana is really special. When you see most of the culture that defined really American culture was born along this river.
It must be. Kentucky, Louisiana, the Appalachian culture, the banjo, they must, so this is actually...
They all draw from the same tradition.
That was drawn from the tradition. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. And when you say blues,
Exactly.
jazz, zydeco.
Those are actually fair, but the banjo music.
Yeah, the banjo was been made in that.
This is one I brought it here. And they are due now. They need to do something about African Americans. But anyway, this is the story I wanted to share with you. So it's been too long. You told me you have time, and I have time too. So thank you for picking the Whitney Foundation and send us more and more people. Yeah.
I will come back again with the other kings because this is also a process of preparation for us.
I don't know who will be the president. Tell him to come too. I don't know who will be elected.
But now I can at least mobilize the kings because people,
the traditional rulers.
People have more respect for so our traditional rulers. And plus, we are the ones, all the way down, so we can cover the kids.
All right, let's go down this way.
I'm Queen Diambi Kabatusula Chiyomwata, Wabakwa Indu Nebena Chiamba, Wabakwa Mpungu, Wabaka Luntu, Wabaluba, Wakongo. I am here in the Whitney plantation that I usually call the Whitney Forced Labor Camp, because that's on my hand, this is how I consider it. It was really an amazing experience meeting everyone who welcomed us here, and especially Dr. Say, who took the time to show us around and to really give us a depth in the perspective, to deepen our perspective about the experience that went here for hundreds of years, just not in this little part of the country, but also the entire perspective over what happened, the history of the African deportation and forced labor here and in America. So I'm really grateful for this experience, but all throughout the experience that we had in Louisiana, it was really amazing. I'm really grateful for the warm welcome that everybody gave me and the team that came and worked with me. And it was just made me feel really home, made me feel so joyful, because it was almost like a family. It was a family reunion. We danced, we held each other, we kissed and hugged and ate together, and it was just very emotional. And of course, as a king, I cannot shed a tear as a king, but as a mother, I wish I could have shed tears of joy, because it's a taboo. A king cannot cry in public. But trust me, my smile is not enough to express my joy and my gratitude that we are reunited. We have a long way to go to do this work of reunification and reconsolidation of our identity, because you hold a part of our history and we hold a part of your history, and we need to come together to feel complete again and to regain our integrity. So thank you for this opportunity that you have given me.
Hello, my name is Wale Idris Ajibade. I'm the Executive Director of African Views Organization. Before I go further, I want to thank Queen Diambi for making this opportunity possible for us all to be together. I want to thank the Roja Institute for the hospitality and the guidance and navigating our way through all these experiences. I want to thank Sister Eto for Priestess April for keeping us grounded and making it all very peaceful and seamless. It has been quite an experience, and what a wealth of enlightenment what Dr. Said has brought us today. I have been looking for Whitney Museum for the longest time, and I had no idea that that's where we are coming to. So this was quite a shock for me today. They just said we're going to a plantation. And I said, okay, whatever, let's go. It's been great. But I've been looking forward to coming here for what we stand for. This brings it all together. We have just established the Royal Institute of Global Cultures and Traditions. It is my pleasure to bring this to that mix, that this is an example of what we are talking about. Something like this should exist in every community, especially the kingdoms, which working with all the kings of Africa in order to unite the kingdoms of Africa, which is the work that we are so committed to, brings everything together. And so this experience here in Louisiana has been quite a blessing, and I want to thank you all really for being such a great host.
Hello, my name is April Robbins Bobbin, Ia Nifa Ojimida, Priestess of Oshun Egbe, and I'm so happy to have had this experience. Louisiana is one of my favorite places, but the last time I was here, it was for business. So to come here to be able to experience the Whitney plantation and to have Dr. C to show us around and to see how our ancestors lived before we were here. We're so disconnected in so many ways, and there's such a lack of information, and the information that we do have is very limited. So to be able to literally be able to touch the ground that they walked on and to feel the essence and spirit of our descendants and our ancestors that were here before us is overwhelming. I'm full, and to be able to take that information and to share it with others. In New York, I have a consulting company, ARD Consulting Group, and we do so many different events, and people are looking for this information. They don't know about it. So this gives me the opportunity to do that. So I thank everyone. I thank Ujima Institute for coming and walking us and holding our hands and setting all of the events and activities that we've shared for the last few days, and being our guide, and for Queen Diambi, who's always a quintessential hostess and inspiration, and to bring and bridge our home in Africa and our home here in America that she calls Africa America. It's for us to have this opportunity and to be a part of bringing that together. I thank you, and also I'd like to thank you guys that are filming this, because you all have been great hosts. Dr. Paris, Troy, all of you. It's been a wonderful experience, and I thank you so much, because now we're not just acquaintances and business partners, we're family.
We family, yes, we family. It was a family reunion, and of course the two people that started this whole project is Dr. Paris and I. Since our meeting is the meeting of the Africa with the extra-continental Africa meeting together, and this is what can come out of it. So we have to continue those initiatives. So thank you.
Okay, my name is Ibrahim Sek. You can call me Dr. Sek. I'm from Senegal, West Africa, where I got all my education. And I've been working on this museum for 18 years now, with John Cummings, the owner. So it is a great pleasure to have you all here. It's not every day that we have the opportunity to see people from your royal families in Africa, good friends from Louisiana. So this is something I've been working on for a long, long time, and I think as I was taught by Cheikh Anta Diop, who was my professor, that we cannot be strong if you are not united. Africans and African Americans from the diaspora have to be united. You know, African Americans need to find their roots in Africa, and Africans also must learn how to know better about people who descended from those who left and never went back home. So I feel fortunate and elected to do this job for 18 years now. And I think it just happened by chance to be an African and be in Louisiana and tell the story of these ancestors. So I call that election, you know. And I would like to do this for the rest of my life. And this is not a plaything, this is sacred ground, and we have to take it really seriously. Thank you so much for visiting, and I wish you a nice trip back home wherever you going, you know.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe trip back home, and come back again and bring the people, bring all the people of Congo,
Yes.
Nigeria.
I must say something.
Yeah. Thank you.